Sorry for the lack of uploads last month. I was doing my final major project, so I was busy. I've been at college for almost 2 years now, and I've just finished my final major project, which it'll decide if I go into university or not. But let's start from the beginning of my love for filmmaking. Firstly, I only got my camera to record my friends skating.
Wait, what friends? Also, isn't there time before you started skating you was interested in filmmaking?
Okay, give me a second, I need to think. So my first experience with cameras, doing anything to do with filmmaking, was on my old phone and my old camera. I used to do like fake vlogs on them. So they were cringy. I may have deleted them all, so you can't see them, thankfully. But that's my first time being interested in cameras and different things to do with filmmaking. Recording and also very minimal editing, if any at all. I just recorded them and deleted them after. At the time, I never really paid attention to my love for filmmaking, and I went through school not really knowing what I actually wanted to do, and then I decided I wanted to become an engineer. But something called lockdown happened because of something called COVID. I don't know if you've heard of it. But I couldn't go to school, so I had to, or go outside at all. So I had a lot of free time, and I started streaming on Twitch. I may try and start again, but then I realised I didn't want to be an engineer, and I found a college which did a course called esports, which I'm so glad I didn't do. It would have helped me with my gaming content, and it would also teach me how to set up teams and manage them. Again, I'm so glad I didn't do it. But then also, after I finished my time at secondary school, I started working with my dad saved by my Canon 1300D, which I'm filming on now, to take photos of my friends skating. Then, because I picked up skating right after lockdown, still been doing it for over 2 years now, and I'm still not good at all. But, like I said, I wasn't going to do the esports course, but I got a call from my college saying it wasn't going ahead, so I picked my film and TV and journalism course I'm doing now. So now let's talk about my first year of college and what it was like. My first assignment was called Skills Portfolio. In this project I had to make a scene recreation and show reel. But if you do want any more information about any of the different topics I talk about other than my FMP, because that's the one I'm actually focusing on, please put down in the comments below which one you actually want me to talk about more, which one you want more information about. But my second assignment was Skills Portfolio. In this assignment I had to talk about a social issue, and I could make any piece of content for it, and it's to raise awareness about this certain social issue. Then I had to do an assignment called Professional Practices, where I had to make a promo video, and also an audio assignment which got...
Isn't it because one of your college tutors left?
Yeah, dude, I was about to say that, but this can be a video for another day. Now on to my first year FMP, which I had to do a piece of content fitting the themes of light and dark, environment, power and love. It could have been better, but those things happened, like actors dropping out. So instead of actually a short film, it was a trailer and audiobook of what happened. My first year of college was fun. I made new connections with people, made new friends, I had fun making content, and I was excited for my second year. Also, during the summer holidays for this, I also launched this YouTube channel. But now I'm on to the second year, more stressful one. No, it is the stressful one. My first assignment was called video production. I had to make a short film, music video, documentary, and a 1,500 word report. Next was specialist study. This one, we had to make a showreel and CV to have a mock interview with a production company what came in. The next one was multicam, which was we had to make a live multi-camera production and a 1,200 word report with the whole class. That was fun. Then the final one before my final major project was planning for progression, which I talk about my next steps and also create a little sample of what I actually wanted to do for my final major project.
But your idea was different.
I was about to talk about that, and can you go away please? So now onto my final major project. This project was the most stressful thing I've ever done so far.
What was your project?
Can you please shut up? I was about to come to that. My project, well, for my project I had a lot of different ideas, like a psychological horror, a slasher, found footage analog horror, something like VHS, a murder mystery, a mockumentary about phone usage, a documentary about recreating my social action, a skate video part, a sitcom, a comedy like Mr. Bean, and a fight scene. But I used none of these ideas, and I picked a sound design silent film, which was inspired by Peter McKinnon's Surviving Alone in the Wilderness. This video stuck out to me as it was one of the first things I actually made this year, and this year I also wanted to focus more on sound design and also colour grading, colour correction. I'm trying to practice with every video I actually make. Hopefully you can tell and hopefully you like it. Please put down in the comments below if you actually do. But the food I was actually making was a Turkish dish called meleme, which I'm pretty sure they usually have for breakfast over there. But it's normally tomatoes, chilies, eggs, salt, pepper and chili flakes. But let's talk about the proposal. This document is to talk about everything from idea development to my actual project and how I'm actually going to evaluate my work. This document is given to us by UAL, our exam board, which it's so they actually know what we're doing. But the first section of it is rationale, which I had to talk about what I've learned from before the start of my final major project. So any assignment before then, if any YouTube videos, even before like college or anything like that, then how they also influence me with the project I'm making. Next was project concept. This was where I talk about my main idea and how I'll actually execute it. My evaluation is how I'm actually going to evaluate my work, so I can understand my work throughout this project and how it's got better. It was originally going to be a vlog though, filming, but I filmed it, I just don't have time to edit it. My bibliography for my proposal is a list of research that it will be Harvard referenced and in alphabetical order. This is the research I will do for my project. The final part of my proposal is a timetable. I didn't really follow it as different things happened. I didn't do much work during the Easter break, stuff like that. But it's breaking up how I'm going to do my research, pre-production, production, post-production, evaluation, and my presentation. This document was made by UAL to just understand what I'm actually doing, and it helped me see my motivations and what documents I'm actually making for my project. Making the proposal was actually the first week of starting my project. Now let's get on to the research phase, which I did do watch a lot of YouTube videos and stuff for, as I feel like I learn better when watching YouTube videos, as I can take in the information and also be productive and do other things while I'm actually doing it. So I had a mix of different research, like primary and secondary research. The first research I conducted was about target audience, which if I sent you the form and you completed it, thank you, I do really appreciate it. It did help with my research, but I did want to target it to everyone worldwide, but then I also had to narrow it down a lot more. And as I am English, I live in England, and I also am in the age range of 16 to 25 year olds. I picked to do that one, even though I did want to still do it worldwide. I just needed to narrow it down a lot more. I also tried to distribute it on YouTube, as it's a worldwide platform, everyone can watch it, and as it is just sound, there's no one talking like I'm doing now. There won't be any room for a language barrier, so it'll be a lot easier for people to understand what I'm doing and follow along without someone talking a different language they don't understand. My genre was lifestyle, and just because lifestyle does promote healthy living, and that's what my food is. It's healthy food, so it's the research I did do was very helpful. It helped me learn more about how filmmakers' workflows actually are, inspire me for what I'm gonna do with my project, and hopefully it runs organised and smoothly. But a lot of the filmmakers did have really big timelines. My timeline wasn't that big though. Now on to problem solving, which is just basically backup plans, or if there's any problems, how are you going to combat them? So the main problems I thought about is how my actor is a busy man, so I may not be able to get him every shoot day and stuff. I chose to either do it myself or get another actor. I ended up using myself for it, just as it's just more reliable as I'm the only person in the video. But after doing my first shoot, which it was with the actor, my ISO was on 100, so it was too dark, where I should have been shooting at ISO 400 or 800 as I was indoors. It was also shaky and parts were out of focus, so I would want to reshoot anyway, and just so I can make it better. So I did actually use my contingency plan where I do just film myself. And the only issue with them shots were they didn't really look that good. Like, some of the shots didn't look that good, and also some were still out of focus, so I did end up reshooting it one more time, so it does actually look better, and some of the sounds are a bit iffy. But the part you've all been waiting for, the actual video, so let's get actually watching the video. now before we actually talk about what I could have done better, let's talk about the part I completely skipped, which was the planning phase, which is everyone's favourite part about doing work, the pre-production, which this did help me influence what I was doing with the shots and stuff I wanted to create, and also help me get things into practice like location release forms and contributor release forms, as even though I am the only actor in the videos now, that it's just good practice for me to get these documents. And also things like my script, storyboard and shot list did also help me with my narrative side, so it helped me learn more about how I should be shooting it, what I should be doing. But if you do want more explanations about these documents, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will talk about them in more detail in later videos. I also kept a production diary each week talking about my process and what I did, which did also help me in the evaluation phase, as I can refer to that while writing my evaluation, which is for me to talk about the positives and negatives of my project. But it's somewhat like this video, but not exactly, because it's a document and a lot more detailed. Overall, I felt like my video did meet expectations, but I feel like it could have also been so much better. Since I did have the deadline I was set, I was kind of limited to how much time. I feel like if I was to remake it, I'll do it at my own time as a passion project, so then I can get the shots I want and take a lot more time, so I can actually do it properly. The last thing I had to do was the presentation, which I did the presentation all in one night. Don't do that. Make sure you have enough time to do so. It was quite stressful. But then the week after I had to do it in front of the class, which I think went well. I didn't mess up that much, so that's a positive. I got asked a few questions. Some were good, some weren't as good, some were not as serious. Again, I could have done better with my actual video, but my camera didn't have a log or flat colour profile, so I was very limited with the actual colour grade, because if you overdo it, you'll get what I did and it won't look good at all. It created a lot of noise in the actual video, and I feel like next time I will hopefully have a new camera, and also I can get more time taking the shots and stuff I want to make sure it looks better. And also the lighting will hopefully look better, as I've also got new lights. If you love filmmaking and you want to go to film school, do it. I do highly recommend it. You don't have to, it's completely your choice. But I didn't really know what I wanted to do, and then I picked this course, and now I want to do filmmaking as my job. So it's also a good way to meet like-minded people, to make new friends. But you will make new friends if you do go to film school or anything like that. You don't need it to make friends. Like, you could just follow me on Instagram and message me. And okay, so wait, just one more thing. I am going to try now to learn DaVinci Resolve. I will be editing this video on it, but soon I won't have access to the Adobe suite, that's why. And I know a lot of the creators on YouTube and filmmakers are also switching, but it's a good way to change now, just so there'll be more videos out about it. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and comment down below if you want to see any other pieces of work or anything, and also any video suggestions at all.